Good afternoon and welcome back to the 120th. Today we are going on a photo shoot that I did towards the end of last year. I could call it part of my local businesses series. It's not technically a business at the moment, but it is local to me. In the town where I live, there was a theatre called the Armstrong Hall, which as the COVID pandemic kicked in and the UK went into lockdown, this theatre was running one day and then overnight it closed its doors, let go of all the staff, and those doors have remained locked for more than 4 years. There has been a campaign in the town where I live to try and get it reopened and refurbished and restarted and get community theatre going again, which was largely unsuccessful for a while. But then last year they managed to secure a very generous benefactor and the plans are now going ahead. So it's not like a building that's been abandoned like since the 1900s. It's not your standard abandoned building, but what it is a building that is frozen in time at a moment that we can all remember very well. So it's full of atmosphere and full of feeling, and I wanted to get in there and photograph because this is a moment that is now going to pass. The building is going to be refurbished. I don't know how much of it is going to be knocked down and rebuilt, but what you see in there will be gone. And that memory of the moment of its closing, of lockdown, of all those things, of the damage that was done to the theatre industry will be lost. And so I wanted to get in there and make sure that there was a permanent record of that moment and the building 4 years later before it was reborn. Right then, here we are outside the Armstrong Hall complex. I'm going to shoot on black and white. I have 24 sheets of FP4 loaded. So I'm going to start outside. See what we got. Come across a little bit. Shutters cocked, we're ready to go. Out comes the dark slide. And 3, 2, 1. Tiny bit of tilt on the front standard. That's right, in goes another sheet. Here it comes. And head inside. So we are facing this way. I'll show you quickly. We're just going to get a frame somewhere here for this kind of entrance lobby. So we're going to go landscape for this one. So stopwatch. Here it comes. Right, then we're going to go around the corner now to the bar, which I think might be one of my favourite bits of this whole place. So this is the shot we're going to get now. And what I love about this is that everything is still just exactly as it was left. Got a light fitting in. 3.4, here we go. Boom. 1. What I do want to do is visit the office. The office is fascinating. So let's go do the office next. Right, so we're going to close the aperture down as far as we can on this one to get as deep a depth of field as possible. I will focus somewhere around the middle of the room. We're going to close all the way down to f45, which means it's will be quite a long exposure, but that's okay. I'm trying to shoot it all from a slightly higher point of view than I would normally. What I am trying to achieve with this is this kind of voyeur type, sneak peek. So that's why I'm doing it all from kind of head height. We're in. And 3, 2, 1. Right, let's move into the one of the main performance spaces, and that's the committee room, so it's through here, isn't it? Dark slide coming out. Okay, so now move from there into the big hall. So that was the Cosham Hall, and this is the Armstrong Hall now. So here we go. This is what this looks like. Pretty cool, huh? Let's see what we can see here. We'll do one from the corner here, I think. Okay, in it goes. And Open that all the way up to F4. In you go. 2 seconds. So I wanted to go and see the backstage. There's some lovely changing rooms at the back, which just like the rest of the theatre, have just been abandoned, kind of mid. Jesus. There we go. You see, these are great. I love that there's an ironing board still up and there's kind of clothes hanging and stuff like that. So I'm even trying it a bit further back here. One, two, dark side out, and now the next thing that I really want to do is in the wings of the stage. There's a sort of position somewhere as we go through. I think even if we were just kind of here, and we're going to hand time 5 seconds. Out comes the dark slide. 1. Let's come out to here. Here it comes. Well, how about that? It's not your usual kind of abandoned building, place falling apart, people sneaking around. But what it is, and then especially in certain rooms, the bar and the office and that changing room out the back, where everything just looks as if it's waiting for the next lot of actors, the next crowd to come in. It's a memory of lockdown and the damage that it caused, quite beyond all the sickness and the people that died, the industries that suffered. I stuck with black and white primarily because what I want to do and will do when I get back to the UK, I'm going to take those negatives into the darkroom and I'll do some prints. And I will then give those prints to the people who are organising all the renovations and rebuilding. And maybe if they like them and they think it's worth it, hopefully they'll be hung on the walls of the new place so that everybody can see what happened and the journey that the Armstrong Hall and the group that have fought to keep it alive, the journey that those guys have been on. So big thanks to that group and to the guys who helped me get in there and walked around with me. That is all for today though. Loads of stuff still coming up. I've got more videos out here in Canada. I've got new cameras for you. If you're not currently subscribed, please do subscribe. That is everything for today. Thank you so much for joining me, and goodbye.